Okay. So Didis really appreciate what G said, and yeah, so those things are really helpful, like uh, creating kind of a space not to take give the anger to overtake you, and also thinking about the good side what they have done, and thinking in like putting ourselves in other person's shoes and think. So in those ways we can think how the others feel. Those things are really helpful, and I would like to add something for that. This is really helpful, that is, don't judge others by their act, because um, we all know that you know that there is a verse in Buddha saying that Kuddo attang najanati, when someone angry, they can't they don't know what is right. That means uh, they learned, but at that very moment they don't know. Kuddo atta napasati, they can see even what is right. Andantamidan padahoti, at that time he or she is blind to see what is right and what is wrong, and that means so they do things wrong thinking it's right. Maybe if that person want to shoot at someone, at that time very moment he feels like the shooting is the right thing. So that's how that the thing, that anger overtake our mind. So the thing is, it is that mean that is a truth for not only for ourselves, but to the others also. But to the others means like even to the husband, even to our children, even to ourselves. If if anger rised and anger overtaken, so that time we are like, we all were act like an anger. If we start from the, if we can talk about that pond example, so even if we being the, if we are now being the angry fish, now we are doing what angry fish does. It takes time to bring back themselves to that pond. That means of who they really are. So instead of judging when they are angry, it's better to understand it takes time them to cool down. Once they cool down, they see what is right and what is wrong. Until then, keeps kind of a space for the benefit of themselves and yourself. And so stop judge at that moment, because if you judge after they are after they calm down, after they ready to say, I am really sorry, I regret what I have done. In our mind, we are not ready to accept that, because we already judged that person. Because instead of that, think in that right way. Right way is when unwholesome roots in our mind, unwholesome thought patterns arises, but that it's not permanent. When wholesome roots arises in our mind, we act wholesomely. The thought pattern, wholesome thought patterns arises, but that also not permanent. So it's a rising and falling. It takes time to someone to understand anger as anger. Anger is a defilement, and how to overcome from anger, how to meditate and concentrate in loving kindness, and how to attain loving kindness, samadhi or loving kindness, deeper level of meditation. So then they can overcome. So therefore, those things are really helpful. And if you would like to add anything, yeah, I would like to hear.
Any better now?
Yeah, now it's perfect.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had my earphones on because I'm at work.
Uh,
Um, Yeah, I agree with everything you were saying. You shouldn't be try not to come overwhelmed. Um, Try not to come overwhelmed when taking care of others because they are going through their difficulties, and we should put ourselves in their shoes because whatever their difficult level is, whatever their illness is, they're going through a tough time themselves. Um, it doesn't make it okay for them to lash out all the time, though, but sometimes they don't know what they're doing as well. Um, but taking time out for yourself, trying to do like maybe a breathing meditation, if you could take 5 minutes to do a breathing meditation, that can maybe calm you down. It helps me, calms me down a little bit because I am a caretaker. So try to do that and maybe go sit by yourself, especially if you're the only one, go sit by yourself. Or if you have someone with you, tell them to come in and you go step out. That helps as well. But
Mhm.
yeah, to that lady, yeah, try the breathing meditation, take your time to yourself, just that little bit of time and get that mindset together to go back in and do your job, do what you need to do. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you, Didi. Yeah, Aina, you can speak. Y- Aina, you can unmute your mic.
Okay. What I want to share is that I am a brain aneurysm survivor, and I can relate to what the woman's husband was going through
Right.
because even though the doctors say I'm an anomaly and I did receive total healing, I was blessed,
Mm-hmm.
but I still went through all of those emotions that she was saying that her husband went through. I went through the anger, I went through the depression, I went through so much that was way beyond my control. And I
Right,
think this probably will make me cry a little bit.
mm,
But what helped me was everybody who loved me was patient and they showed me love. Nobody criticized or anything. How
right,
I was feeling. And because of all of that, I was allowed to heal peacefully.
right.
And I think showing love and kindness and patience is what you have to do.
Yes,
Because those of us who are experiencing these things, we don't know what's going on. We don't know why we're mad at everybody in the whole world.
right. Yeah. Thank you, Aina. So yeah, that's totally correct. And we all have to admit that love can and acceptance can heal us. And that healing will definitely help us, each and every one of ourselves. And
And
yeah, yeah,
I I loved myself too. That's why I was able to heal myself too.
right, right. And thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. Yes, and we have another question that as Demon asked. So it's Damon, I think.